Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to talk about how to find out if something is trademarked for free. It's very, very quick, so it'll only take about 5 minutes to show you this. Now, before we do, make sure you subscribe, turn on them notifications, and of course, smash that like button. So now this is for people, really, if you're setting up any company whatsoever. Particularly, we're going to talk about Amazon today, but really this is any company. How do you find out if something is trademarked and if you are allowed to use that word, that name, or that logo? Some people don't know how to do this, so I'm going to show you today very, very simply. Now, before we do that, I just need to clarify with you the difference between a copyright and a trademark. Okay, now this is a in-depth topic, but I'm just going to give you the kind of the very, very basic overview. Okay, so I'm just going to read this off, and this should put it into perspective for you, okay? Now, the difference between a copyright and a trademark. While both offer intellectual property protection, they protect different types of assets. So a copyright is geared towards literary or artistic work. So that might be text or drawings, or say, for example, I create a song, then that is my intellectual property and it has a copyright. I wouldn't trademark a song, I wouldn't trademark a piece of art, a piece of art or something like that, or a book that I wrote, and I wouldn't trademark a book or any sort of copywriting. So, books and videos, basically. So, for example, this video I'm doing right now, it's my copyright. If someone chooses to replicate this video, then they're infringing on my copyright. Okay, so that's really important. Whereas a trademark protects and helps define a company brand, such as its logo and its name. So, for example, if I were to trademark Jonny Bradley and my little kind of logo, then no one else can use those at all. Okay, they can't legally use them because they're mine. I own them. So that's the difference between a trademark and a copyright. Hopefully you understand that. If you don't, leave a comment down below and we can talk about it a little bit further. So first of all, that's the difference. When we look at Amazon listings, the pictures, for example, the pictures and all the text or the bullet points and stuff like that, that's probably going to be copyright. That's copyrighted material. So if someone else has come up with that material, it's their intellectual property. So if you go and copy it, if you copy and paste it onto your listing, you are breaking that copyright and infringing on their copyright. Okay. We're infringing on their intellectual property, and you're not allowed to do that, which is why you have to use your own photos, why you have to come up with your own text, bullet points, titles, and stuff like that. You can take influence, you can recycle information, but you cannot directly copy, okay? So trademarks, we're thinking brand names, we're thinking logos and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you an example of this, and let's just kind of dip straight into it. Let me flick over the screen. Okay, cool. So here we are. These are Swell water bottles. Okay, so if you have a little look, so these are these metal bottles right here, made by Swell, S kind of apostrophe WELL, and they do sell on Amazon. I don't know where their main selling platform is, but you can buy them on Amazon. You'll see these products over and over and over again. Kind of sold on Amazon. They're pretty common, but I've got a couple of them. Don't ask me why. So that's the company that we're going to look at. And what do? You go over to this website here, which is gov.uk/search-for/trademark, and I'm going to put that link down below so you can just get to that really easily, right? So really, really easy. You can search by trademark number, owner, keyword, phrase, or image. So we're going to actually search by keyword, phrase, or image. But let's say, for example, someone sends you a cease and desist letter because you're infringing on their trademark, then you can say, hey, what is your trademark number? And then you can go and find out if actually you are infringing on it or not. But let's go with keyword, phrase, or image. Make this really nice and easy. We're going to search words S-WELL, and we're not actually going to search for similar types of words. We're going to find that exact word because it's a brand name, okay? Now, you do have a lot of choices here. You can say, contains string words, contains the word, starts with. So if you're not quite sure, then you can kind of look at part of the phrase or part of the word. And have a look at that. Just click that button if you're unsure. But type that in, either all words or any words. We're going to go with all. You can search classifications, which I'm going to explain in a second. And you can have a look between when it was filed from and to. Just keep these super broad so you can see all results. Just press search. Nice and easy. It's now going to find out. So it has found 22 marks, okay? Now we're going to go down and we're going to have a look at these. So this first one, for example, we just click this just here, and you can see, well, that definitely doesn't look the same. So we're going to go to list of goods, and you can see the classes and terms. So when you register a trademark, you have to register it under a class. So they have registered theirs under class 28, which is non-motorized surfboards, parts and fittings therefore included in class 28. So definitely nothing to do with us, so we're going to get past that. This one here, we're going to look at this one. And basically you could go through these. I think there's like pickles. What is that? So beers, mineral and aerated waters, and other non-alcoholic drinks and alcoholic beverages. Anyway, so basically it's a drink. So that's not us. And you keep going down, go through all of these until you find basically the one that you're looking for, and it is a little bit further down here. You can see that it's obviously spelt with the apostrophe in it, whereas the other ones do not, and they don't. So you can have, for example, these guys, they have the same name, but because they're in different classes, then they can still both have the trademark, okay? And obviously that's a very, very broad way of looking at it. And of course, if they do go over each other, then you're not going to be able to even get the trademark because someone else has it. So we're going to click on this one here. And as you can see, it's a bottle. It makes it nice and easy for us to see. Go to list of goods. It's under class 6, which is metal caps for bottles. Class 20, closures, bottles not of metal. And class 21, bottles. Okay, you can then see the name of the address. So that's Can't Live Without It, LLC, so that's who owns it, and then you have some representative as well. Publications, don't really know what that is, but there we go. So you can see there, they have a trademark. That means you cannot use that string of words. You cannot use it, you can't use their logo or anything like that. Now, super important that you check this. So if you're on Amazon, right? If you're on Amazon and you're thinking, oh, that's quite nice, I'm going to sell an accessory of these Swell bottles, and let's say of Iron Man accessory, okay, for like kids, you can't do that because it's going to be trademarked, and certainly there'll be copyright all over the place. So let me just dip back to my face so I can go through my notes again. Okay, cool. So this is super important. If you are ever concerned with it, if you're ever worried about it, you can seek actual legal support. However, it is very, very easy to find trademarks, far, far easier than finding patents, because patents are quite hard to read. You have to do a lot of searching to find the right patent. Trademarks, nice and easy. Make sure you do not ever use, this is, to keep it nice and simple, do not use anyone else's name of their product at all. Like, just don't use it. Don't use their logos, don't use their pictures, do not do any variations of their name as well. So, for example, if it is Swell with the apostrophe, don't make yours Swell without an apostrophe, because if you're in the same classes, they could probably say that you're infringing on their copyright, okay? And lots of companies do this, especially companies that have a little bit more money to play around with in terms of like lawyers and stuff like that. So just don't go anywhere near it. Don't do any variations, that's super important. Don't do any accessories of that brand. So again, if it was like a Marvel movie and you wanted to sell some sort of toy or accessory that's related to it, you're not allowed to do that, and that's infringing on their intellectual property. You just can't do it. You can get sued for that sort of stuff. And then also, again, I think I just said this, but make sure you don't use any pictures. So say, for example, Swell bottle, you're going to also sell these bottles because you can pick these up on Alibaba, right? You want to sell these as well, and you use a picture that was taken by Swell, okay? It's their picture. Maybe you can edit out their logo and you put on theirs, or whatever, right? But you use their picture. You can't do that. You have to get your own pictures done. And lots of people will get cease and desist letters from Amazon because they're using other people's photos, which they got from the manufacturer. And they think that because it's from the manufacturer, that they're allowed to use it. Now, to get round that, you have to ask your manufacturer, do you own the intellectual property to those pictures? Do you own the copyright to those pictures? Will you, in writing, allow me to use those pictures? So they have to come in writing, say, yes, we allow you to use these pictures attached, and have some sort of, not maybe like a formal contract, you could go down that line, but something in writing to say that they are theirs and they are happy for you to use them for free, okay? Now, most cases, you just want to take your own photos. It's going to be far better. It's going to have a lot of weight off your mind, and also you're going to get better pictures as well. So the big thing that people do on Amazon is take other people's pictures or use other people's brands or designs. So say for example, let's pick something that is in here. Right, say for example this mug. Okay, obviously there is no design on this mug, but say there was a picture on this mug and it was a picture of me, right? And loads of people wanted a picture of this mug because it was me, because I'm a mug, right? And you go onto Alibaba and you can see a manufacturer making these exact mugs with my picture on it, and you go, oh cool, I can have those. I'm going to put my logo on them. I'll put my logo on the bottom or my logo on the packaging, and I'll sell them on Amazon because I'm private labeling them. I'm allowed to do it. However, I own the copyright to that picture that's on the mug, okay? Or that might be a logo that I have, which again I own the trademark for. In which case, I can send you a cease and desist letter, I can take you to court, and I can remove all your products from Amazon very, very swiftly because you're infringing on my intellectual property. So that is where you have to be careful when there's images associated with things, when there's logos, and when there's different brands that have created something and then other people are just copying them. That's super important to check. So remember guys, the difference between a copyright and a trademark. Copyright, but again, both of them are protection of intellectual property. The copyright is normally used for literary work and artistic work, so books, pictures, videos, whereas a trademark helps protect and define a brand such as a logo or a name, okay? Nice and simple, nice and simple. If you have any questions about that, please leave them down below. If you like this video, you found it informative, just hit that thumbs up button. And of course, make sure you are subscribed, turn on your notifications because I'll be going live a few times this week. I'm going to do some giveaways this week when I go live as well. So give away some PayPal money and stuff like that. So you better stay around for that. Thank you as always, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.